Well, if you're on social media, you've likely seen social media influencers popping up on your timeline. It seems like a lucrative job, but what does it take to become one?
Yeah, that's right. So on this week's Made in the 956, I'm going to introduce you to a Valley native who's now living in Houston, working with some major brands and big-time celebrities, and she's doing all of this while creating her very own brand. Check out the woman behind Spoiled Latina. I first met Yvonne Guidry a couple of years ago up in Houston, and it was there that we discovered that we were both from the Valley.
I go back there all the time. Well, to go see family and stuff. I still have family there, and I still love going home.
And it was only fitting that we reconnected online because that's where Yvonne does a lot of her work.
I do influencer marketing. And so basically word of mouth marketing. I work with different brands and bring brand affinity to each one through my lifestyle.
It's a career that we all see on social media, but how does someone even get started? Well, for Yvonne, it started as a blog.
I started off as a blogger because that's really how it started. Back in the day, there was not, the word influencer wasn't even a thing. But I really just started it off of like MySpace, Twitter, going on there and having a following. I was writing about things that I really liked: fashion, beauty, entertainment. And brands started reaching out to me to give me things.
And that helped Yvonne craft her own brand.
My blog and brand is called Spoiled Latina. And my target audience is the Latina woman who wants to spoil themselves and doesn't mind.
And now, more than 13 years into it, Yvonne's collaborated with major brands, celebrities, and was even recognized by the city of Houston.
After I got my city proclamation, a year later, I'm like, what am I going to do with this award? I don't want to just celebrate myself. And I also feel like there's a lot of women in our community who should be celebrated.
And that's how her annual event, Spoiled Latina Day, was born.
A networking event. You meet vendors, you meet lifelong friends. You make these great connections, and it's just really, really empowering. There were 75 women at my first event, and now there's 350 plus.
And Yvonne has this advice for those wanting to get into the business.
First of all, if you want to grow online, try to grow your online presence. And then don't be afraid to ask for things. Don't be afraid to show your worth online. So if you have 500 loyal followers, go to a restaurant and ask them if you can, do some exchange work. But honestly, I feel like just go for it. Don't let anybody stop you from trying.
And she remains optimistic and spoiled for the future.
My hopes for the future is that we get rid of all of the sicknesses that are out in the world, that people get along, and that we realize that, life is very short. So we should spoil ourselves.
Yvonne Guidry, Made in the 956. So I was talking to Yvonne, and she was telling me how she wants to possibly bring that big event that she does in Houston down to the Valley, because of course she's from here, so she wants to kind of, spread it all around. So yeah.
I support that because I want to go.
I was going to say, you would really like some of her. So yeah, check it out,
so.
SpoiledLatina.com. It's a lot of good stuff on there.
I definitely will.